Good evening. Good evening. Sorry about the abrupt stop last time. I can't give an explanation. Um, just things happened. It has not been a good. What was that? Was that last night or was that the night before? I don't even know at this point. It's things went downhill. But I'm back, and we are back where we left off. Slight change of plans. We are going to go and process the resin that was left over from the fuel processing first, and then we will continue on with looking for that bauxite that is supposed to be over here somewhere. But first of all, we are going to go back over here to the power plant. And process that resin. And the sharp-eyed among you will notice that I have actually been back here and done a couple of things. Nothing major, but just played around with some cleanup and stuff. So what we're going to do is take the resin from here, and we're going to get out from underneath the thing. Go away. Quit clipping already. We're going to process most of it into plastic and rubber. For the moment, we're just going to put that into dimensional, but it may be used later. Actually, no, we're not gonna. Well, yeah, we'll put some of it into dimensional, but then we're going to feed the leftovers back into the sink for additional tickets. I guess the first step is going to be intercepting this and putting start with a splitter here. Let's see. Yes, we need a splitter here, although actually we need a smart splitter. And then we need a merger, and we'll go for a priority merger while we're at it here. And the reasons for these will become clear. Oh, got it closer. Where do we want this to go? We want this to go none out there, overflow that way, and any that can to go that way. And then for the merger, we want to we want to prioritize this because we do not want the fuel machines to back up. Now what's going to happen is that our processing, because of numbers, is only going to process most of the resin, and a small amount of it will just be disposed. Yes, it could be. I could do it where it just process all of it. I'm not. But yeah, So that's why we have the overflow. We're going to process most of it, but a little bit will go that way. And we don't want that backing up. That's why the priority merger. And then the plastic and rubber will also come back into here. I am Debug. Yeah, you've been in here before. Welcome, welcome. I know you've played the game. Have you played 1.0 or 1.1? Or did you last play on 0.8? Let's see, how do I want to do this? I need... Okay, well 1.1 isn't a major change. Some tweaks, and I think it was 1.1 that gave us the right angles and curvy pipes and belts. 1.0 was the big update. Let's see... 4 machines. So I want to put them in such a way that I can feed off of... I want to feed from that belt straight. The curved pipes and belts is wonderful, but like every other belt, they're finicky. I think that position. Now let's see, I want to move these to line up with that, just because. We'll start with that. Let's see if I'm right about where this lines up. Haha! Practice makes perfect. It lines up correctly. Although, we do not need to use these here, which means I'm actually in the wrong place. Okay, it's gonna be one of those nights. I just had the frickin' bejeebers scared out of me again. Others that have been watching my streams know. I don't know if you know, Debug. I have the local ambulance and fire dispatch in my headset. It's generally not very active, so I tend to forget it's there. And when it goes off, it's louder than anything else on my computer. So it tends to be a little bit startling. You too. That makes 2 of my friends that do everything in one place. Maybe 3. That is a method of play I have not done. I am hoping to do that in this playthrough. That is the plan. I'm not sure how it will work. And then I have been challenged by one of my other friends to do that under specific conditions that he will designate. Yeah, but do you have them in a headset while you're doing other things? Let's see. Okay. Building things. Let's just grab one of these and put it over here. And line it up over there. And line it up. I need to line it up past. that mark. Now I can put that way. I need 4 of these. Nope. Why does it want to do that? Why when I pick it up, can't it orient it the way that the original was? Before I do that, ouch. Yeah, I'm using cubic SDR is what I use. I am not impressed by any of the other SDR stuff, even though cubic is old. I've tried some of the modernized stuff, and the UI is garbage as far as I'm concerned. It has better features, but the user interface is ridiculous. We're after reprocessing plastic for this one. And we'll do another one doing plastic. Actually, then we'll just do all of them plastic and reprogram 2 of them. We'll do this one to residual rubber and this one to residual rubber. So these all want resin and water, and we have water running around, but I'll take care of that last. And then these will come out. No, so you got a fairly new Windows installation. No, that is not where that goes. Actually, I guess yours would be slightly older than mine. This would be, well, no. I don't want to know when this was installed. Because this motherboard... Okay. This motherboard that I'm running on was put in here in 18, I think. And this install is from before that. Actually, that might not be true. Okay, so we're doing 40, 40, 60, 20, got 20 out, 20 out, that's 80, so we need Mark II. Because I've had, since then, God knows how many disk crashes, because all my hard drives are from long before that. And I don't even want to think about how much stuff I've lost during that time for crashes. And who knows how many times I've reinstalled Windows in that time. I know I have 3 relatively recent Windows installs. God knows when they were done. Maybe he knows when they were done. Okay, so that will go back into there. $60 a minute and $40 a minute and I don't know what that total is going to be, but we're going to make sure they all have plenty of it. And as usual, I did that all without thinking about it. Because I need to put water in here too. Doggone it. Okay, so back to grab one of these. Put it back this way. So that's where I started last time. Before I do that, I need to put these out. Where does that need to be lined up? It needs to be lined up over here. There. Okay. So I just need to make sure I have room for that on the output. Which I guess means that we're just going to put that there and be fairly certain I have room enough to do the water on here. We'll make it fit. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Why do those not line up this time? Because some idiot put it in the wrong place is why. Don't know who would have done that, but whoever it is seems to have a habit of it. And we'll make you plastic, make you plastic, make you rubber, make you rubber, and and figure out how we're doing the where do we want it? We can put it there. And actually that'll be fine, I think. The hard part will be yeah, that ain't happening. However, this should work. However, it will not snap doing it that way unless I do that, and then it wants to snap to the side for some reason. I have not figured out what the deal is with that. Let's try. Nope, it wants to snap to the side. So we put that to the side and see. There we go. Why it does it, I have no idea, and I have not found any way around it. It annoys the living crap. So put one off to the side, put one off to the side, put one off to the side, and then we'll snap them here. And then we will attempt that's what I will be doing. And I think that I might have this too low. No, that's not what I'm trying to... Doggone it! Yeah, that needs to go up one just to give it room to bend. Let's just try. Nope. So I have to make sure we put them off to the side. Oh, come on. Now they're not going to snap at all? Seriously? What the hell? I know it's possible. I just did it on another game earlier today, yesterday, I don't know when, recently. It shouldn't be, but the pipe snapping is ridiculous. Inconsistent at best. Slightly annoying at worst. Well, no. Slightly annoying, period. There. We'll make it work one way or another. No, that's not where I want you. I don't want you there either, but I need you there for just a moment. Oh, and you're not going to let me snap, huh? Is that it? See? That's what I mean by inconsistent. Maybe I have to be on that side. Absolutely nothing consistent about it whatsoever freaking ever. Other than being inconsistent. In that, it's consistent. No, that's not what I had in mind. Pretty sure that won't work very well. Okay. You guys can come off. You guys can come off. Dude, get out from underneath my system. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Cripes. Okay, now I need water for this, and I need, how much water do I need? I need 40, 80, and 40. 3 times 40, I need 120, so I need exactly one pump. I got water right here, but I don't have room for a pump. So we'll put a pump out here somewhere. In fact, let's do this. We're going to put a hole right there. Something like that, yes. Is that actually canon? Yeah, as usual, some idiot can't line anything up. Alright, there's a water hole here somewhere. I'd call them anything but passive. Unless you mean passive aggressive. So where are we? We're lined up with that side. I'd say that's a reasonably accurate description. Now the trick is to line it up with that. Let's see if I can get the water extractor. Ha ha ha. It is possible. Okay, and we have electricity here and over there. We're going to use this electricity. Here's our node. So we'll use this one here. Bring power there, and also just in case we'll put a pump here. That way, double click for some unknown stupidity reason. Okay, that should be the 120 I need, just without any acceleration stuff. Speaking of, I ain't gonna need more than that. If that's all I have, if that's the only sloops I have, aluminum is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, there's our water. We need to power these bastards. Not how I would normally do it, but no. I really dislike this. Is the most annoying thing about the hovercraft is that just as you go to click to put something in a particular position, it moves that last little bit as you're slowing down. It's really good at misaligning things. Ask me how I know. Or don't. Oh, crud. Screw it, we're just going to send them all to sync for now. So we've got 40, and another 40, that's 80. So we need Mark II. Maybe belts instead of... and maybe some power. After all, I did put power poles up for them. Now, the resin is coming out at 120 per minute. So we got 30 each, 60 for a pair, 100, no, that's 240. So we got 30 each, right? 60 for a pair, 120 for a 4, and 240 altogether. These two will process 120 of that. These two will process another 80 of that. So that's 200 out of the 240 will be actually processed into plastic and rubber. The other 40 will go directly into here for the time being. That's because I didn't want to mess with over underclocking an extra machine. What we'll do with the plastic and rubber, we'll figure out another time. For now, that's running. We're getting more points than just dumping the resin directly. Okay, I'm going back to main base to see if I have any more sloops, but I don't think I do. These aren't sloops, are they? No. Let's see, where else would I have some sloops that I don't need to be using? Because I'm going to need I believe at least 4. I suppose that, oh, crap. My numbers in my head are just for one single node of bauxite, and we have 3 or 4 out there. Oh, crap. This is going to be fun. What the hell? That's got to be a bug. I have removed this from there every time I log in, I think, that's sitting in there. And I keep removing it, and it keeps going back in there. I do not understand. Alright, I got here to switch over to that because I can't fly all the way home. Debug, have you seen my base yet at all? I don't know if you've actually watched any of my previous. Ha! I switched in the air. Okay, let's see what I got. None in there. None there, none there, as expected. I think I have... Nope, just those. I'm going to want some of those too. And no, those should be enough. But we can go put... We can go put those in here though. Don't need to worry about that. I'm going to need more miners. No, I didn't do it on this world. Oh, I can use that anyway, so I gotta use this. Let's see, I've got 1. I'm going to need at least 6. Let's make 8 total, so I have at least room for 4 machines. I forget how many are down there. Okay, that'll be that. Yeah. Let's do some quick scouting to see if we can find any more sloops. Let's go down the riverbed. Alright, where's my sloop? Alright, sloop. All kinds of fun going on down here. Hey, buddy. But I'm not hearing the sloop at all, even though it's supposed to be over here. Now it says it's back that way. Rubber. Where would we find rubber? Okay. Got one sloop, couple of slugs, and I'm completely lost. I have no idea where I'm at. And let's go back up to the riverbed. Hi, what are you hiding? Okay, he's not protecting a Mercer sphere. He's not protecting a sloop. What's up here? Must have been protecting Jones. Okay, back to the riverbed. Actually, is this the riverbed? Yeah. Sort of. So I've cleared this out. this one need? Oh, needs power. I don't know. Where would I get power for this? Yeah. No, doggone it. Slug up here. This loops here. This loops over here. There's one. And this is into our... Nope, let's see. That's our oil over there. I have no idea. Well, I know where I'm at relative to other things, but I'm not familiar with this area at all. I bet it's up on top. Of course it is. Oh, hi. You got any friends? Looks like you got kids over here. And Daddy. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, no. It's buried in a thing of uranium. If it was just sitting there in the open, I could get it. But with it being embedded in a thing of uranium, I have to hack away at that first, and I don't have the wherewithal to do that. Okay, so looks like we are... No, down here's the bauxite. So bear a little bit left. And let's find our... That says there's one south. Okay. Well, nope. Look before you leap. And I'm guessing my target is in there. Yep. Nope. It's that way. But we do have a target here. I do believe it might be interesting getting bauxite set up down here. That hurt. Alright, that taken care of. There's a purple slug over there. Where's my sloop? And what was underneath this, oh, there's... We can use this. Now how about that sloop? . So it's in that tree by the looks of it. Well, there's something else simmering around here. Another sloop? That way. And another sphere. Close. Oh, okay. In a cave. Okay. Good heavens. Several of them here. Let's get this one. Or not. Nah, I'm not healthy at the moment. Alright, where's that other one here? There's another Mercer right here. I don't need Mercers, I need sloops. I mean, Mercers are good, but... Goodbye, flies. And there's another sloop, sphere. And another big spider. Oh, and more radiation. Never mind. I want sloops. I know there's another sloop here. Where was it? That way. Loopy is going to be up there by the looks of it. Yeah, it figures. But where's the sloop? Down here somewhere. Yeah, no. Okay, skip all that. Back to our main operation. Main operation is aluminum, or at least it's supposed to be aluminum. Where are we trying to go? There. So this way. This is going to be a fun place to build in, depending on your definition of fun. Hi, Cricket. Ooh, hi. This could be handy. North. This way. So somewhere oh, we got 4 of them. So what do we got? Impure, impure, normal, pure. Okay. 2 of them here, 2 of them in front of me, and 2 of them beside me. Exactly where? Up or down? Or around? Well, there's one. Which one? What about the stamp that's under that marker? Ow! Ow! There's no way now I can get to that stamp. Or did the stamp get removed when I put a marker there? Oh crap, we can only... Okay. So we'll put all 4 of these on okay. So we have 1 down here. One looks like there. So that's those 2. And then we have, so those 2 are down. Then we have 1 that I'll bet is up there. And there's a sphere over there. I'll bet that's nuclear. Nope, it's down there, so it's right there. And then we have 1 that is, where's the other one? Over there. So we got 3 that are down. And this one is up over there with a nuclear hog. Any votes for grabbing these and piping them out somewhere else? Although it looks like a nice clean area there, but I'll bet that's not big enough. In fact, I know it's not big enough. But it does look like a nice clean area. So where shall we pipe these out to? Where are we at on the map? I am not familiar. Okay, that is the big hole. So grasslands are over here. Okay. I think we're going to go scope this out and see if this is suitable to build, because in here certainly is not. There's too many ups and downs and too many things to deal with. So it's going to be either taking aluminum out here or bringing it back up around oil somewhere. So let's go south and see what's out here. That looks like a friendly place over there. Hi guys. I don't know. That doesn't look particularly flat to me. Might be doable. Hey, Delta. Well, the stream is going fine. I'm finding a place to do aluminum isn't. I found the bauxite places, but not doing well. Finding a place to actually build anything. Have to do a lot of clearing if I build here, but this looks like the... Yeah. Hi, buddy. Yeah. I'll leave you alone for the moment. So Delta, I've got 4 bauxite here. In here is all kinds of not happy place to build. So my options are either to come down here in all these trees around me to build, or pipe it back up here to my near my oil power plant where I can build up there. That's a longer haul to build the stuff. This, where I'm at, well, it's reasonably flat, but we have company. Fortunately, I'm not in aggressive mode. But I'd have to do a whole buttload of clearing, which is doable, of course, but well, won't be short of biomass for a while. I'm torn. I want to get on with building. I'm not seeing anything I can't deal with here. Oh, hello. Stinky Pot's hiding something. What are we hiding? Oh, we got company too. So what are we hiding? Looks like we're hiding a blue slug. And crickets. And we're Stinky Pots. Yeah, you know, I'm not overly thrilled with this area. I think we're going to drag all that stuff north to oil area. I do believe we'll save this area for building something else. Okay, geysers down here. Hi, buddy. Ah, just barely. Got a little bit too much nuclear stuff around here. Okay, so next trick is to find a good path to get all this stuff back to base. Relatively good. The other option is find other bauxite, but I didn't notice any that was remotely close to where I'm at. So, I mean, from my knowledge, the bauxite on the map is stretched across a belt right across here. There's not any north, there's not any south. It's in a belt right across the middle. Spider's pissed off. Or, excuse me, cricket. Hey buddy, here, have some of this. There, some of your own medicine. Well, thank you for leaving me lunch. Oh, you brought a friend with you, did you? Is that one of my mines? Yes. So there's our oil. And I'm aiming to take all this stuff up somewhere where that hydrothermal is. Somewhere up here. And that hydrothermal is there, I think. So somewhere up here is where we're going to do aluminum, I guess. Why is that one highlighted? Don't know. The question is where to route everything. That looks like physically belt towers down through here. And I just bring all 4 of them like around there, across here. But it looks like that means where I'm at, down there, through daytime would be nice. Oh, sure. That figures. Next surprise. I thought I saw another bit of smoke. Oh, electromagnetic control rod. I have those, but did I happen to stick them in storage? No, I did not. Well, you're gonna have to sit there for a bit then. So this is our knockoff point going over there or over here. Hi, guy. So if we came up on here from down there, and then go this way. Hello. Got all the crickets in here. We got a cave guarded by a nuclear hog. I think I've been in that cave. So we're coming out here. And there's our oil. But we want to go this way somewhere. Oh, good. Another area full of trees, but a little calmer. And closer to my other resources. So it looks like we're going to clear out this area. Okay. Out with the chainsaw. It's funny which things go along with the area clean. It just took out a tree that was on the other side of a tree that did not get taken out. Uh-oh. I ran out of fuel. Just a heads up for those watching. I expect to do multiple streams tomorrow, probably all day. It might be one long all-day stream, it might be several streams, but I expect to start sometime in the morning. Possibly early morning, not sure. Early being whenever I wake up. But that's my plans for tomorrow, is a lot of us. Well, hopefully actual building, not a lot of running around with a chicken with both heads cut off. Whether it'll actually work out that way is another story. We are expecting some weather starting tomorrow morning, with promises, threats, whatever way you want to look at it, of, depending on what forecast you look at, anywhere from 3 to 14 inches of snow, with winds up to 50 or so miles an hour. What that means for my area at this time of year, that means likely wet snow, which is going to be heavy on leaves and branches, which with that kind of wind is liable to freeze on power lines. Enough said. Along with that, I am literally on the very end of the power line for this power source. I'm on the border between two power companies, so I'm literally on the end of the power line, to the point where the apartment complex that I'm in, the actual apartments are on one power company line. The utility outbuilding where our water pumps are is on the adjacent power company. Figure that one out. So we are the first one to lose power and the last one to get it back. But my plan is to spend most of tomorrow streaming Satisfactory. And that should be enough fuel for a while. Maybe. Let's clean this. And do some more clearing. Oh, okay. No real place to put solar batteries. Certainly not for me personally, and I don't know where the complex would put anything. Debug, do you know if these holes are anything special, or are they just looks? Yeah, that's what I figure. It just looks suspicious. What's this look like? Well, I mean, it looks like some rocks to blow up, but... Oh, really? You're going to be that way, are you? Not only that, you're out actually in the way of the slug. That depends on how many things you have exploding and what they're working on. Sometimes it'll just take one, sometimes it'll take a dozen of them. There are rumors that placement and order of placement can matter, which suggests that they actually apply some sort of physics, like shockwaves and such, which would be very interesting. Nope, that's it. Just a distraction. Now that's something else. It doesn't tell me that I'm not picking up all of the wood I'm cutting, which pisses me off. So I've lost a whole bunch of wood that I could otherwise have been picking up. I don't need any of this stuff. Although I've already lost all that wood. It could at least put a drop crate. I don't see any drop crate. Feels evil doing all this clearing. And it's probably supposed to. Hey, buddy. Alright, clearing complete. Oh, see, we're throwing more stuff away that would be better to at least throw into, I should go over there and throw it into the sink, but these things are relatively low value anyways. Although some would argue so is the biomass, however. Now to find the highest point out here. Looks like we're pretty close to being at the highest point. Looks like maybe this over here. So let's use this as our point of reference. And then we want to go above this, something like that. See how long my concrete lasts. How's my concrete doing? That was a good count. Ran right it down to the end. but it's recovering nicely. But I've got, I think, 4 concrete plants feeding it, so and by that I mean there's 4 separate oh, come on. Oh, look, there's another one. 4 separate dimensional feeders feeding it. Uh-oh, that's the end of my concrete again. Gonna have to wait a minute. Okay, what's this look like underneath? Okay. The reason I'm going up is because it slopes down that way. So no matter where, if I start at the highest level, I'm going to end up with a blank spot underneath anyways. This way I'll just put some stands underneath this and leave this stuff as it is. Okay, what I can do while I'm waiting for that is to blow up a couple of trees. Because I'm too lazy to go down and cut them down. We'll leave that one alone. And we're going to have to reroute that power. I guess I can start the problem with bouncing on those things is it just bounces you up, not forward. So we're going to take you, because I need to take power out to where these things are anyways. Let's see, let's take power over here first for the moment. Where are we going to be coming up with the belt line? Right through here, looks like. Yeah. So, that is not what I asked you to do. Okay, and then under this, Nope, we don't want to go over there. We're going this way. We want to go. No, we want to go this way. So where's our last point? We want to go right straight down there. And then we want to go across there. We will, of course, straighten these up better once we figure out where we're going. So that's one of them over here. Hey, Piggy. Oh, I ran out of... Hey, other direction, buddy. Nope, not here. Other way. There you go. Go somewhere else. Well, at least he died somewhere away from my power plant. Okay, so this is that one. Now on the other side of this big tree. So we want to go from here this way somewhere. Over there. I feel looks like I might actually be able to build in here. Okay, so we've got one here, one over there. And we've got one here. And then there's one up there somewhere. Over there. Okay, we've got nuclear hogs and at least one nuclear stone. And we got a nuclear sphere up there. First of all, gonna need to get rid of you guys. From a distance, apparently. I don't think I killed any of them. I think I may have surprised a couple of them. Interestingly, I only see 2 of them now. That one's down. Oh, there's number 3. Where's my power pack? He's dead. That's what their bodies do when they're... Thing is, I can't go near the bodies for like 5 or 10 minutes. Plus there's a nuclear rock down there. So I can't actually go up there. I can collect these remains though. Oh, apparently there is a nuclear rock here somewhere. Where is... Oh, up there. Oh, but this means that I can go... I can go up here really quick and get this. Now I can go in quick and get you, and get you, and so we want to come out this direction. So we can now put a miner on here. And we're going to do something I've been told by many people can't be done, but yes, you can. And to do this decently, I kind of need to put you on foundations. I don't need to, but to do it decently. No. You're the pure node, aren't you? Yeah. And we're gonna crank you up while we're at it. Although 600 isn't going to do much for me at the moment, since I can only do 480 belts. Which hello? I don't know what happened, but something goofed. Now, let's see, it might reach. I don't think so, but it might. Nope, it won't reach all the way down. That's the maximum length, which is 40. That's the maximum length you can make elevators. I thought they said it, how long it is, but I think that's 40 meters, but no, don't build yet. In order to find out where that is located, come on, build where I want you, not where I tell you. We're going to delete all of those extras. And let's see, where is that exactly? That is one tick down from the corner. Yep. Apparently my power doesn't reach from there. Where's my power nodes? I don't need you. I don't need you. I do, however, need something maybe. All right, here's another bug. I'm pointing at a wire. Oh, sure, there. I've had a number of times recently that I'll be pointing at a wire like that, or pointing at one thing and do the grab, and I get something totally different. All right, so we are going from one tick in, Mark 4. Now, so right there is as far as it would normally build. But as long as you're going to a floor hole, it will snap. The requirement is that you have to be going to a floor hole. All right, now, need to go back to base and clean out my inventory. Okay, so that brings that one down to normal level here. And we got this one. Let's put concrete on this one here just because. Not vertical. Move, buddy, before I move you. Thank you. You're going to initially come this way. Move. I said move. Okay, those two will go on a belt rail, a belt wall, whatever. And then that one will come up and join the belt wall. Did I build? Okay. That's not what I want. I want foundation. And we'll go with a 4. Like that. And then I want, that is not what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we want, make sure all of them are going that direction. And actually, for our purposes, make these 4, 4, 4, 4. That is all. Clear blueprint. Remove blueprint. Look for wherever it put the hide a box, because I'm almost certain that there's got to be one. Not seeing one. Okay, now that I've got myself all dizzy, we got one there, we've got one somewhere coming down from above. Where is it? Over there, okay. Now we got one coming from over here. Wait a minute, we've got power up to you. And then this power line will be from you to you, to you, to you. Then we have Stations 4, slab, hold, down, boom, 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 boom. Should be sufficient for doom, doom. Move, bastard. Okay, so we're going to take this line. So that's 3. Let's do doesn't matter really, but oh, come on. Put you on a standard point. Now comes the fun part. I don't suppose I can grab, nope. I want to grab the whole blueprint. Okay, from here, well, I guess that's how we're going with that. I'm not going to bother with that one from there. Let's see if we can do it from here. Will you automatically link? Yes, excellent. Hey. So I need to bring a power line over here just because. Oh, here's the problem. I need this one to connect specifically with I want you on number 3. Yeah. Now we're going to point you something like that. Even though 1 and 4 will not be in use, and 2 will be you. Now the next one will be from you hopefully I can go far enough where all of them can connect to this. Hey. Why? Why does it not want to build? What the hell? Let's okay, you'll reach. Will these others reach correctly? That's number 2. What does that look like? Poor. So then we're not going to worry about getting that one. We're just going to get this one into the right area, right angle. And then we'll put one out there that they can both get to. And to figure that out, let's go how far can you go? So something right there and at that angle should be nice. So right by that little rock. Okay. So we want to be somewhere else, buddy. I suppose. I don't need to do that. So I want, okay, belt 1 is you. Belt 2 is you. Belt 3 is you. That doesn't look horrible. Save resources there. Now we want to put one up on here somewhere when we're going right straight across. But now we're already all linked and we can go that'll do. Now the trick is we're going to put one in the middle of the water here somewhere, which is fine. We'll just build the foundation around it accordingly. The trick might be making it snap how I want. So we need to be here first, and we're going right straight across. But I'll bet that wants to be up. Yeah. Something more like that. Come on. What gives? I don't understand why. You've got plenty of length because I mean, there's as far as you'll go, and I'm pulling you all the way back here, locking you in place. Raising you up. You should have no complaint whatsoever. But you won't build. If it would tell me why it won't build, that'd be really nice. It's green, it's got no complaints. And it shouldn't need to be hooked to anything. I've built it in the air before. Well, that seems to be its complaint. Let's see if it'll build on the ground. No. What the hell? I do not understand. What am I missing? It's got length, it's got resources, everything's green, but it won't build. Everything's green, short length, on the ground, won't build. Why? I don't understand. Okay, and now I can't get into wait a minute. Will it build now? Oh, that's a bad bug. That's a bad bug. That is crazy. If I'm right, it was not building because I had, after picking the thing from the hotbar, I had changed the hotbar. It won't build now. Oh, sure, prove me wrong. But it wasn't wasn't an auto connect thing there either. Okay, so let's try this. Grab it. Auto connect. Okay, so that wasn't it. But yet, once I changed my hotbar, it worked. Once I changed my hotbar back to the original, it worked the first time. So obviously it was something else that actually changed. But now I'm very curious what. Okay, let's now watch it not build again. Okay, so pull you back a little bit. Lock you. Put you up. Push you up a little more. Nah. That'll do. Ah ha ha. Finally. Do this again. Ideally, it'll reach up here, but it's not going to. So, we want it to go like that. But we're going to have to come back here a bit. Do that. Didn't want to actually put one. Before I get too far, let's take and get that extra, get the other. Okay, so you're going to be the one on top, which you're 150 fully out. Okay, I need to write these down. Why do we still use pencils? We still use pencils because pencils always work, unlike pens. So top is 150. While we're at it, go check the other ones. This one is the bottom one. You're 150. You're 300 on belt 2. And I believe you were 450. You're actually more than that, but I can only do 450 on a belt. I think I'll crank it. Now, there's no point in cranking you all the way up. Let's see, how much does Mark 4? It does 480, okay. I'll have to come back out here at some point to improve that belt, and then I can finish cranking you up. You're at 480 plus. That'd be 600 all out. So wait a minute, we're missing a machine. Oh yeah, top one is this one we're doing right now. So you well, for the moment, you're going to just connect to the bottom one. I'm not going to fuss with it. We'll correct that to the correct one later. Where are you connecting to? You'll be going over there. Right? Yeah. Can you reach from there? Of course not. That would be too easy. Will that reach by some remote chance? No, of course not. Now we just need to position this where that looks like a decent curve. That looks decent to me. And the only thing wrong here is that in this process, there. There you go. Phew, okay. Now let's fix this wiring mess. From you. You guys are just going to do that. Except that for consistency. Now we're going to go from this one back this way. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, there we go. We want to go from here to there to there. Now we have that bunch of lines connected up to there. This one connected to there, but this one is the only one connecting power to me at the moment. This one goes to here. And also to here. And here. And here. Oh, and I still did it wrong. Oh well. Alright, let's get rid of... Wait a minute, let's put power to our official lines now. So I can get rid of that line and this line. And now we're going to go to from there to there. To there, which is as far as we have. But we're going to connect it to that existing line. And then I can remove these lines. Okay, these are the official lines, right? Yeah. So that one can go away. And now we're down to only the official lines. Phew! Okay. Well, it's been 3 hours, but we finally got our system going eventually. Yeah, I don't need that many belts. Thank you. Where are we trying to go? That way. So we do want to wrap pretty hard around this corner. That figures we're in the clef. Where are you going? Oh, you do go over there. Okay. Why no? I think I did that wrong somehow. Hi, buddy. You protecting the belts for me? Is that it? Okay, so we're just going up the road here. There is a drop crate over there. Where is it? This looks like this one needs to be switched. Oh, there was a reason. Oh well. We're going to leave it here now. Where's the drop crate? Here's another bug. I should be able to just dump that crate and it doesn't work. Alright, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Well, at least I got people, critters protecting my belts for me. I hope they don't expect to be paid. Alright, follow the wires. Again? Seriously? What the hell? Okay, let's just try to build it somewhere. See? Build it random place, it'll build. But where I want to? Heavens no. Apparently I have to build it in the wrong place first. Oh, I used up all of my heavy beams. Okay, so there's an excuse to go back to base. Clean out inventory and speed that one up. That's what I was going to do in the interim. Between last stream and thus, I was going to get a tube out here. Ow. Didn't get it changed in time. I want a hot swap button for doing that. I really do. Okay. I can't put the raw ore in there. It will not take it. Don't need that, that. Wow. It's all biomass that I have in here. Go figure. Don't want to put any of that in there. That goes over here. We're going to put the worms in first. And the animals. and make sure those go in. They've already gone. Oh, there's some of the animals. Everything's gone to processing, it looks like. I waited for the biomass because the biomass is going to take a while. There's the shards coming down from the worms. There's all the meat from the remains. And the biomass, the remains will get turned into DNA things, and they're going to come out here and go into the sink over there. The biomass is going to get turned into solid biomass and go in here, queue up in there, and feed my biomatter emergency power system. The DNA things are coming around here, go in underneath there, under my ladder, under there, come out. I should have actually had them come out under here, but they're coming out over there, up so I can walk under it, join that going into the buffer and into the thing. Alright, now I've got room in my thing. We needed to enhance the concrete beams, which are over here somewhere. That's concrete. This is going to be the concrete beams. Oh wow. Completely and totally depleted them. Why aren't you running? Aha! Well, that could be a problem. Ah, I never reconnected its power when I rebuilt the concrete over here. I see. So it's not the speed thing, it's just a power thing. But in the interest of time, we will give it a boost. Because we need all 30 of those. That does explain why we ran out. If only I'd had a bigger buffer. But since I don't normally need that many beams, although now, considering, yeah, I don't need you going out there at wherever this goes. Don't know where you go at the moment, so you get to. We need all of you going into the thingy. Where does this go? It goes into whatever this was building. Oh, that's doing the heavy frames, okay. So that does need to remain connected for the time being, but not at this moment. We need all those to go into there for a few minutes. Let's see. And I'm actually going to rebuild this concrete again because I now have a well, no, crap. I have a more compact way of building this, but it won't work because of the way I have those back to back. So I said earlier, I had several different things going into concrete. I have one here going into concrete, one there doing concrete. There's one over there somewhere doing concrete. There is Where is it? There's one somewhere off base doing, at least one somewhere off base doing concrete. I don't remember where it is. So that's at least 4 that are sending concrete into the whatever they call it. Beams, come on, beams. Something to do in the meantime, something constructive. Let's see. Not a whole lot I can do in the meantime. Quick base tour. There's copper up there. There's my puppy dogs over here and concrete and a little bit of miscellaneous there that you saw. Got anything useful over here? No. So this here that you see is all I have to get to where you see in the middle of phase 4. This is all I have except for a Deuterium node over there, coal power. So there's a Deuterium node over here. There is coal power here. There's black powder there, and my plastic and rubber and a couple of fuel burn-off power plants there, along with my explosive rebar, is all here. And that's it. That's, oh, we got oil factory we did on last stream here. That's everything I have. That's my entire, what's gotten me to phase 4. Basically this base and a couple of outposts. But all, and the outposts are just doing stuff going into they're either power or stuff going auxiliary stuff. They're not the main products. All the main products are being done right here with mostly single machines scattered throughout. We've got, like I said, there's copper up on top, main base right there. There's the other concrete right there. This is iron here with a few extra things up there. Steel there. A couple extra things coming out there. That's it. Now, once I have, because I can't do anything else by aluminum. The next part that I need to go either the next tier or phase 4 needs aluminum. I can't do anything else without aluminum. So doing aluminum, finishing phase 4, may or may not completely rebuild this before finishing phase 4. Probably will, because I'm going to need to redo this to build those other products for phase 4. Just, that's all there is to it. This isn't going to cut it. So once I get aluminum done and the couple, there's 3 aluminum products, I think. There's the plate. What is there? There's the aluminum plate. There's I can't think of what it's called, but to me it looks like an old disc caddy thing. And then there's the cooler. That's all I can think of that's in aluminum. Get those made. And then probably rebuild the main base. And that will be somewhere else, not here. I was planning originally on doing it here, but I think I will go probably to the grassy fields to build out. I'm not sure. And then the plan is, I think, to have everything go there and build everything there. I am not certain of that yet. Oh, that's a sign. I'm like, that doesn't look like the contents. Okay, well that's gonna have to do. Let's get these belts finished. There's no way I'm gonna actually build out aluminum at this point tonight. But let's get those belts up to wherever it is I'm building, which is, got me completely lost. South, over here. And now we want to switch back to this. That's something we can do. Hey, look out. There's an edge. Not. I doubt I will use this entire platform for aluminum. I just realized something else. I need water for aluminum. No, I don't. Ha 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 ha. Well, sort of. One of the big complications for building aluminum is you need to balance an incoming water supply with the recirculated water supply, and that gets tricky. I figured out, and I'm assuming I'm not the first one to do it, but I figured out a way that I do not need to balance that out. Once it started, I set up a system that does not need any additional, once it's working, it runs only on the recirculated. There's no additional input. Just need to feed it water to get it started. It's a numbers game. Alright, where's my stuff coming up? It's coming up through there somewhere. And now I can go back to the hover pack. Well, okay, maybe not. Nearest power over here. Need to do something about that. Let's see if we got enough of that. My belts are coming up a different place than I expected. Where are my belts? Here are my belts. So wait a minute. Yeah, it's a little bumpier way to get them up here. We'll stick with what we got. Alright, ready to try this again. Alright, where do we want to go? We want to go over this way. Go away, Big Bertha. No, go away. Don't stand there, go away. Yeah, I want to go a little bit that way. Again? Seriously? What the hell? I would really seriously like to know if anyone knows why it's doing that. Latch. It's latched. It's all green. It's not clipping anything important. It's within its length, and then it's going to get shorter as I go down. But it won't build, and it's not telling me any error. I do not understand. If anyone watching this now or later has any idea why it does that, and this isn't the first time I've had that problem, I would dearly love to know is it a known bug? Is it something I'm doing wrong? There we go. Now coming through here, basically following that. And I think I will leave it at this next segment until I figure out what I'm doing up there. So one more segment, and we call it a night, and stay tuned for a stream tomorrow morning whenever I get up. Perfect. Well, we might make 2 more links. No, we're going to leave it right here on the edge of the cliff. A true cliffhanger. Why is it not doing any longer than that? Or is it out of material figures? Well, we're going to sit here and wait for a minute until it makes some more materials, because I want to get it to the next step. Now let's build out some more concrete. Let's build out some more power. Hmm. Ah. Okay. Build some more concrete. Okay. Last link, maybe? How far will it go? It does come right to the edge of the bluff. Nice. I like. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's clean up the power. Alright, so we want power from there to there, and from there to there, and to there. And there. Hi, Valius. We're just about done. We are just cleaning up some power bits. Let's see. Now we can kill that line. And now we can kill... Okay, where's the next one? That one. We just finished finding and then building belts for all of the aluminum that I'm going to be doing. I had planned on this stream, but looks like it's going to be next stream. And that will likely be first thing in the morning. That's the current plan. And I currently plan to be streaming most of tomorrow. Maybe all one stream, might be several with breaks, short breaks in between. I do need to eat once in a while. Color change for my build block. What? You mean my purple controls? Oh, I know what you mean. You mean that my colors are different than the standard. Yeah, the green good, yellow caution, red bad, purple take away. Makes much more sense than the default colors to me. So anyways, I was going to, hoping to build aluminum now, but turned out that this area was non-conducive to building. This was just too much work to clear all the trees that are down here, and I said nuts with it and cleared the trees that are here, and we're going to build aluminum tomorrow up here instead. We just finished running belts all the way down through there. So we got bauxite there, 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 and there. All of that coming up across here, underneath there, and up across there is what we did in the last 4 hours. Well, not all of that was building the belt, but most of it. So you came in just on the end. This is where we are. This is what we cleared out and where we're going to build. I seriously doubt we're going to use all that for aluminum, but I have noticed, and what do we got here? Sulfur. Where's my power? I ran out of power. Where's my power? There we go. I have noticed in the past that aluminum tends to get out of hand as far as what you need. Yep, that's what I noted earlier on in the stream, that there's no other bauxite near me. Bauxite tends to run across here, and I don't know if I specifically noted where the next bauxite was, but there wasn't anything closer to me, so that was it. And that is an unfriendly place. I am glad I'm not in aggressive mode, default mode, because that would just be a nope until late game. That'd be go find the bauxite somewhere else. That is not a friendly place in there. It's bad enough even in the mode I'm in, where I mean, I'm in peaceful mode, so the animals don't bother me even when I'm attacking them. But there's the numerous nuclear hogs in there and so on that could bother you regardless. So, unfriendly, not a place conducive to building. Nope, I am just short of being able to get them. Let's see. What do I need for those? Let's drop a MAM over here and see what I need for those. I was looking at those in the last couple of days, and I did not quite have enough to get them for whatever reason. Oh, it's all the. It was just a matter of time. I need to. It takes a little bit of Caterium. So yeah, I can get those, and maybe we'll do some of that tomorrow or something. But yeah, I'm just short of being able to get those at the moment. They are on my. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's put that on the to-do list so I don't forget about it. There. Okay. So we've got our belts right here. We've just finished up cleaning up the power when I was talking to Valius. I think I cleaned out all the extra towers, extra poles. So I think that'll be end of tonight. Got some more power towers to clear up, but I'm going to leave those so I can keep flying until we get aluminum built, which will be tomorrow, and that'll start tomorrow sometime morning. I'm US Eastern Time, and I will likely be up sometime between 7 and 8, so 8 hours from now, give or take. Probably. Sometimes I'm up earlier, sometimes I'm up later, don't know. We will see, but expect to stream sometime around that time, and we'll go from there. Yep, yes, I'm well aware of what they can do on the multi-server. That there's a playlist for the big multi-server I played on. Well, I say big, but it was just 3 of us. But I was the one that ran around the map and set up all the towers. So yeah, I'm well aware of what they can do. That's the most exploring I've done on the map. That was my extent of exploring the map, was setting up all the towers to cover the entire map. Most of the map I don't know except for doing that. So anyways, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to call it here. Hope to see y'all in the morning. And if you're in the U.S. or otherwise celebrating the upcoming holiday, enjoy the holiday however you do. And we'll see you tomorrow.